Welcome and thank you for taking time out to watch this presentation about our UTC website reboot. Hopefully after watching you'll know all the things that we are excited about with regards to our website reboot. So let's get started. I want to get you going by introducing you to our group, the group of folks who are driving this project forward. First, we have our web steering committee. They're here to provide us with administrative leadership and governance. And we have Karen Adsett, Dean of Lifelong Learning, Chuck Cantrell, our Associate Vice Chancellor for Communication and Marketing, Tom Hoover, our Associate Vice Chancellor and Chief Information Officer, and Richard Gambrell, who is our Director of Strategic Systems. Next we have our Reboot Team, and this group of folks is a working team in its truest sense. Richard Gambrell is their chair, Dan Chase is lead web administrator, April Cox is Manager of Graphic Design, Chris Gilligan is our Web Development Specialist, Charles Hart is Lead Instructional Designer, Brian Rogers is an Instructional Librarian, and Michael Torres is Banner DBA and Software Engineer. So as you can see, we've got quite a group of folks that have come together to bring their skills and talents together to do the day-to-day monitoring of this project and keep it all on track. So let's take just a second. I'm sure you've all seen this at some point. Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. So for fear that we repeat our past, let's take a quick look at where we have come, and oh, how far we have come indeed. 1995. This is your just the facts ma'am type of website. We've got a bunch of links, a little bit of graphics, but just enough to get us there. Then in 2000 we decided we were going to try and make this a little bit more interesting. We added some graphics and more detail, but we're not quite there. We realized, wait a second, we have this great opportunity. We have this tool right in front of us, so we should take advantage of it and talk about UTC and how awesome UTC is. So let's tell its story right here on our homepage. Then in 2005, when you could start seeing websites being centered in your browser, we took advantage of that as well, and we did a full site redesign at that point. A couple of years later, the system decided that it was time that we all kind of work together and look together. So we all did a website redesign in 2007, and we took advantage of another great technology at the time, which was larger screen monitors. So we spread our website out from left to right a little more so we could take advantage of every pixel available to us to tell UTC's story, which leads us to where we are today. So let's get started. I want to tell you about our OmniUpdate. OmniUpdate is who we're partnering with for our content management system. They've been in existence since 1999, and they specialize in providing higher education with state-of-the-art content management systems. And that's important to note that there are a lot of content management systems out there, but very few of them specialize in higher ed. And what that means is that when we've got unique problems and unique complexities that really only exist at college campuses and universities, we can go to them and talk to them about them, and they're going to really get where we're coming from. So it's really valuable to be working with OmniUpdate. In addition, our exact product is OU Campus. So those of you out there who are actual web editors, you're going to see this a lot. OU Campus is the actual tool and interface that we're going to be using. And one of the great things is that we're not plowing the field. We are one of more than 550 colleges and universities out there who are utilizing OU Campus. This means that they've done some legwork for us up front. We can learn from what they have learned, and we can collaborate with them moving forward. So we're in very good company. And there are a lot of benefits to a CMS. So let's first start talking about the benefits at the university level. First of all, we've got consistency of branding and marketing. And while to some, branding and marketing may just mean a color or a logo here and there, there's a whole lot more to that. And a content management system can help us do that. It's all about the interface, the interaction, the way that we present ourselves in a professional way in order to tell our story from beginning to end in a way that supports our core values and mission. And a content management system really helps us do that, both visually and architecturally in our website. In addition, we'll have improved support. The content management system alone is designed to create an architecture that makes it easier for our team to support you. And in years past, there have been unique needs. Every department has something special that they need for their website. It's been difficult for us to do what we want to and provide the support that we want to provide to the campus. But we're going to be better able to do that with our content management system, and I'll explain that a little more here in just a minute. In addition, we have improved accessibility. As technology continues to grow and refine itself, there are it gets more and more easy to make our website accessibility compliant. Built right into OU Campus is a feature that before you ever even publish a page, it runs a check on your page to check and see if there's any problems with it. It's going to tell you right then and there if you have any problems, so you can take care of them, fix them, and go ahead and publish your page. So it's going to make it a lot easier, a lot more fluid for us to be able to make sure that we have accessibility compliance. Next, we have the idea of upgrading. If you've been through any of those upgrades and changes and site redesigns that I showed you a minute ago, then you understand that sometimes it can be pretty disruptive. We all know that you all are all busy out there, and when we do a site redesign or if we have an upgrade, it can be invasive into your time. Once we're in this content management system, redesigns and tweaks and technology advancements are not going to be near as disruptive as they were in the past, and so it's going to be a lot more fluid in the future. And speaking of our future, we're going to be better prepared to deal with emerging web advancements. If you were to look back in the past 5 years and try to determine all the changes that have gone on with technology, it's almost impossible to measure them. Heck, the last 1 year, honestly, it's very difficult to measure. So imagine what it's going to be like in the next 5 years. The number of devices, the way that we consume content, it's all going to change as it relates to the internet. And so this content management system is going to get us to where we're better prepared to adapt when technology changes and grows and emerges, and UTC is going to be able to keep up with those, and that's very exciting. So now for departmental benefits. Number one is greater flexibility, and this comes back to what we've been able to offer in the past. Our hands have really been tied in the past to be able to accommodate special requests, and as we move forward, we're going to be better prepared with our iterative approach to collaborate and work with the community of UTC and figure out what your needs are, figure out what will work for a lot of different people, work towards those goals, and be able to accommodate any special needs that we have out there, any unique requests. Some people need forms, some people need buttons, some people need social media, those sort of things. We're going to be better prepared to give you what you need. The next two things are really huge in my mind. No software. And this is no web editing software, just your browser. This means no more Contribute, no more Dreamweaver. That means that when those things get old or you get a new computer, you don't have to buy another piece of software. It's going to save the university money, and it's going to save you a little bit of heartache. So changes from anywhere. That means that you're going to be able to go to anybody's computer. So say you are in a meeting and you find out that somebody's added an event to something, or a deadline has changed, or something critical has gone on. You can go over to someone's computer, log on to their internet right then and there, open a page, edit it, make your changes, save it, and publish it, and you're ready to go instantly. This also means that you'll be able to do these things from home. Now for our user benefits, and really this is ultimately why we have a website. This is our end user. They're going to have an optimized viewing experience, which I'll demonstrate here in just a couple of minutes. But an optimized viewing experience means that our new website is going to be responsive. And responsive means it's going to know what a visitor is coming to our site using. What kind of device are they using? Are they using a smartphone? Are they using a tablet? Are they using a desktop computer? And then it's going to reorganize and restructure our content in such a way that is ideal for that device. All the information's still going to be there, but it's going to be restructured and much more user-friendly on the end. Then we have greater findability, and findability is key when you're talking about a website. The whole point of going to a website is you're looking for something. You need some information, you need some photography, you need something from their website. You have a goal and you need to accomplish it as quickly and smoothly as possible so that you can move on. So our content management system is a behind-the-scenes architecture, and it's designed in such a way that if we do our job up front and we do a good job of building our pages, it's going to increase our findability, which really ties back to confidence. As a user gets into your website and they're trying to get somewhere, if they've been given cues all along the way that they're getting closer to their destination, they have a large amount of confidence that builds up, and they have a very positive experience on the website. In other words, if their experience on our website is cumbersome and they have trouble getting there, they might bail out and never come back to our website. However, if they get a very positive experience, that impression is likely to roll off onto our university, and that's what we really want. We want people to come to our site, get the information they need, not be distracted by the technology, but be able to hear the great things that are going on here at UTC. And then in the end, of course, we get to look like internet heroes and geniuses, and really that's what we all want. We want everyone to think that we've worked super, super hard and we get to look like geniuses, when in reality, the secret is that we didn't have to work so hard, because OU Campus is going to make our life that much easier, and we still get to look like heroes. So let's talk about our timeline really quick. This is our initial timeline. And I'll go through these one by one here in just a second to explain them in further detail. But in April, we're going to start our web workshops. Then in April and May, we're going to have some training 101 classes, and then open lab time in May and June. And this is all for preparation of a launch in July. And this launch, it means that we want every website from top to bottom at UTC ready to go live in July. And that way, all together, all at once, we can present a professional, cohesive, and innovative website all together and look really great. After July, we've got our evolution phase. And what this means is that we're going to be here every step of the way. That means that just because July comes and goes, that doesn't mean that we're not going to continue to be here. We're going to continue to support you guys with our web workshops, with our ongoing training, and with open lab times. So let's talk about our web workshops really quick. The web workshops are here for our web editors and our content managers. And what this means is we want all of our web editors to attend one of our workshops, and we want them to bring anyone who makes decisions about websites to this web workshop. This means that anyone involved in content for the website kind of hears the same message at the same time, and you've got everyone's on the same page and has the same expectations. What we'll do during our first web workshops is kind of talk to you about our approach, our plan to get you started. It's sort of a crawl before you walk, walk before you run plan, but we feel really confident that it's going to work, and it's going to be able to get us all where we need to be in July. And then we'll have ongoing training. Ongoing training is mandatory, and this is our Training 101 class. So we need all of our web editors to attend the Training 101 class after they come to a web workshop. Now, the web workshops are not mandatory, but they're highly recommended, and they will qualify for HR 128 training. So once you've got one of those under your belt, we want you to go to that first, so that when you go to our Training 101 class, you can focus on learning the interface itself and not be distracted by your departmental issues. So in Training 101, web editors are going to learn how to log in, how to create a new page, how to edit a page, how to insert a photo, save all that, and publish it. It's going to be the basics, and really that's the beginning of everything that you'll need to know in order to work on your website from here. So after that, we're going to start up open lab times, and during these open lab times, there will be people on hand, so that if you do need a little extra help or just a reminder along the way of how things work, there'll be people on hand to help you if you need their help. Or if you just need a quiet place to work, that's understandable, and you can come kind of join us in our open lab time and get some work done on the website. So keep a lookout for information about web workshops and ongoing training. The ongoing training, once web editors have completed the ongoing training class, they'll be given access to their website so they can go ahead and get started on converting. And I'm sure that some of you guys out there are feeling this way right now. This is how I felt when we first started the idea of getting this project going, but trust me, it's going to be really awesome. So we don't have to worry about being afraid, and I'll ask that you just trust us and we will get you there, we promise. Our next step is, if you are a web editor, watch our UTCWeb listserv. UTCWeb is going to be for web editors only, and you can go to raven.utc.edu and subscribe yourself to UTCWeb if you aren't already, but if you are an existing web editor, you have already been added to this listserv. And this is going to be a place where we want you to go and ask questions, give us an opportunity to answer those quick questions that you might have, start conversations, collaborate with other people, find out how other people are solving problems, and use this really as a community. It's going to be another way of supporting one another along in this process, but this is going to go well beyond just this transition. So UTCWeb is going to be really valuable for web editors in the future. Speaking of our future, here is our website. If you'll have a look around, there's a lot of information here, a lot of information that we already have on our website, that with a little bit of exploring, you'll see some very familiar elements, and some brand new ones, such as our carousel of images that is sliding across the page right now. This is our new news feature. This is going to be for our biggest news stories, for instance, that it's time to register for summer, and that we have a new chancellor. So these are going to be for big stories, big important news. Then right below that, we have some featurettes, if you will. Smaller stories, still important, very visual, and things that we really want people to take note of and pay attention to. And then below that, we have our schedule of events, some more headlines, still very important to be on our homepage, and we have a social media box. So here on the left is our events calendar, and if you'll take a look, you can click on these calendars. You can sort based on which one of these you might be interested in. Another great thing that is going on in relation to our events is that we are going to be launching a new event management system, and that's running parallel to the launch of our new website. This new event management system is going to allow you to go in and log that you need a room, register for that room, and that turns into your marketing opportunity for whatever event that you have going on. The other benefit of our event management system is, let's say you're the biology department and you want to know everything that there is going on at UTC about biology. You'll be able to take an RSS feed from our master calendar and put that on the biology homepage, for instance. And that way you've always got some kind of information on your homepage about live events that are going on campus. Now over here to the right is our social media box. This happens to be our social media hosted out of University Relations, and this is our main social media feeds of Twitter and Facebook and all those that we participate in. So let's say that you have your own social media sites that you would like to show on your page. You can get one of these for your homepage as well. All you have to do is get the information, plug in your Facebook links, and bam, you've got your own for your homepage. So that's going to be a great new tool for us. So let's go back up here. I want to show you a couple of other example pages. This is our sample secondary page. If you remember, this is what our old admissions secondary page looks like. All of our secondary pages are a bunch of lists, not very many photos. So now we have a much more positive experience for the end user. These are all the same links, and it's just that they're reorganized in such a way that it's much more easy to digest and get through to what you need done. And it's obviously enhanced with photography as those images slide back and forth on this page. So we're really happy with the way that the new secondary pages are going to look. Now on to a sample departmental page. So the first thing you'll notice up at the very top is a photograph. And this photograph can be changed to be more specific for your exact department. So right from the top, you've got something that's customized just for you. Down below, you've got your traditional left navigation, and then everything to its right is your content. And as you can see, we've got video that can play here. I'll play a little bit of this video. And we've got little boxes over here on the side. If you have something specific that you need to call out, you can put one of these boxes here. Obviously, you can include photographs, and you can insert a social media feed like we have. So there's our social media feed. So that's a quick example of a departmental page. So I want to stay here and first demonstrate to you what responsive design is. And I'm going to use the video as an example. We are going to ask everyone to use YouTube and Vimeo to host all of your videos, because those sites have done something really great. They've hopped on the responsive web design bandwagon. And so while they're designed and structured to handle this type of video, it helps us save on server space and bandwidth to not host all these videos. And as you notice, as I resize this website, it's going to change. There's our first change. So everything has reorganized itself. That video shrunk down, the photo shrunk down. And then we go down a little bit further, and here's what you would see on a tablet. Again, you notice the changes on the video changed, the sizes, our columns have changed width, and here's our other feature that changes, is our drop downs. All of our navigation at the top becomes a drop down menu, which is pretty standard now for tablets and on a smartphone. So let's go ahead and scale this down a little further as if it was going to be on an iPhone or a smartphone. So we continue to scroll down, we see all of our information is still here and it still looks good, it's just reorganized. So let's bounce back over here to our home page and see how it looks. Again, we have our navigation that still works, it's still there, easily accessible. We've got our stories that are running. We have our featurettes that have stacked themselves up nice and neatly. And we've got our events and headlines and social media down right below that. So let's go back out here and see how everything expands right back out to its original size. And the best part about this is, as web editors, you guys have had to do absolutely nothing. OU Campus provides this responsiveness for us, and there's nothing extra really that needs to be done. So that is a fantastic look at what we hope you agree is a wonderful new website for UTC. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, feel free to contact Information Technology or University Relations. We'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. Thanks a lot and have a great day.